demonio! Go back to hell! No!
Fuck yourself with a rubber hose. Stuff it in your mouth and down your throat, up your nose or in your hiney hole. I don't care where it goes, and it don't matter if you're straight or gay. You should fuck yourself anyway.
I think, as Sharky pointed out, small, but still doable. What are we looking at? This... Where the fuck is it? Oh. This may or may not have been sitting on the tailgate of Matt's truck when he had to run in the house fast for something. Hey, he's got a good job. Intergalactic Warrior from Toppling Goliath. It is a IPA, weighs in at 7.1%, and it says Warrior hops join forces. Galaxy and Warrior hops join forces to create a beer with a bitter punch, big body, bold flavors with a burst of citrus rind and just a kick of spiciness. In the finish, Intergalactic Warrior is an India Pale Ale worth fighting for. Unfiltered beer, sediment is normal. Don't worry though, I'll save one of these for Matt. And no, Sharky, I have not forgotten about a damn thing. Oh, come on. Fuck you, ATF. Fuck you, ATF. Go fuck yourself. And then when you're done, fuck yourself some more. First we got the original, well, it's brewer reviews. It's still brewer reviews, I guess. Of course, Ebomi never did them. And then, I'm not gay, but $20 is $20. And, bad, we got that big, billowing head. Kind of smells a little bit like the last one. You know, leaning on the hoppy side, maybe just a pinch of a fruitiness coming through. We are not going to wait. We're going to go right in on that head. I can put, baby. Cheers. No, it tastes different. More of a sweetness. I would say, if I were to pick something, I would say the pineapple side of it. See, this is the problem with this whole, the proper way to pour a beer is to pour it hard right down the center. First of all, this beer, I wouldn't even been able to put half of it in a glass, and it would have been everywhere. I just washed my Maker's Mark mat again. I know. White guy problems. Let's see. Rich Huff says, cheers Of course, this was 5 days ago. Got missed on the because of the backup channel. On the Locked and Loaded new home, Smile Money says first or not. Then Jolson says rerun. And then Salty says naked time. Mr. 27 says why. I don't know why, but hers just have a higher intensity of I just want to play with them. Mike says cheers. We're still on the Locked and Loaded. Cheapo Gun Guy says, now I know why how Bill Murray feels. Happy Groundhog Day again and again and yet again. Oh yeah, I just wanted to get it out there so everybody knew about it. Those are fantastic too. So first in is Rich saying cheers all. Yeah, you know, there's a side of me that thinks that I almost want to change the name of the show. If we're like basically starting over on Rumble, you know, I was thinking, you know, especially with the you know, our first like major show with Jeremy, you know, we could actually, I don't know, come up with something a little bit either more provocative or you know, less of Locked and Loaded. I don't know. I mean, I don't really care. It pisses me off. I do somewhat agree with Christine though. If the ultimate format was what we did, I mean, we could have melded the two together and actually been able to do Rumble Live and Spreaker at the same time. That way we still kept our blog radio influence. But right now it's all dead. It's all, I don't even know. I haven't even checked. I don't know if you can find Locked and Loaded anymore on like Spotify or some place like this or like that. Let's see, podcasts. I saw Christine's show was shown.
With the ultimate prize, a 2025 BMW X.
Clarity call? Yeah, we'll skip that. So I would say just checking. Locked and loaded. Adding to your library. Okay, it said added to my library, but how come it's not added to my library? Yeah, well, either way, it's still available. And as always, I mean, it's shocking that you're texting now. Okay then. Salty says the proof is in the nakedness. I can't argue with that. J-Dog is here at work. Mike says cheers. Smart Money says here, honey is the healthy part. No wonder it's not good for you. You like being bitter. Laugh out loud. I mean, I know honey's good. I mean, especially if you're going to do honey, you need to find local honey because of the stuff that's in it. Is more compatible with you and your healthiness. So always remember, if you're a fan of, I mean, say you don't even give a shit about the whole healthy part. You should, but say you don't. I mean, this isn't like a PSA. Smoke them if you got them. I don't give a shit. Like I am anybody that's should be standing here doing a webinar about how what you need to do to be healthy. I mean, I cleanse daily. I heard that there's like some debris or something in my liver, and I'm just trying to just get it out of there. Like, you know, if you clean up a, you know, dog pee and you use rubbing alcohol, you know, why does this thing keep falling? Oh, I know, because it's not attached to anything. It's just like magic. See, that's so much better now, did you notice? Still don't know what the trip is with these lights. You know, something changed, yet nothing changed. Write that down. Yeah, I didn't really have any new news. I mean, the liberals are still dumb fucks, and I'm not tired of winning. I mean, everything in the Democratic world is a contradiction. And I loved how they made the second in command of the Democratic convention or whatever, that douchebag that came out against the guns. Hog Dick or Hogmouth or Hogsucker or whatever his name was. That right there has to be more proof that the Democratic Party has seriously lost its way right now. Yes. No, I'm sorry, I'm already married, but we could date. Smart Money. Ginseng is healthy, Asian secret natural medicine. You're going to mix it with whiskey, aren't you? Laugh out loud. Cheapo Gun Guy says, so is ground up rhinoceros horns. Bon appetit. Ew. Smart Money. Then all your blog radio reviews are from India. Not all. A very large percentage. I never understood that. I had, like, why? What is it that I do that would attract someone from India? Hello, my name is Mahmood. Hello, Joe. This is Mahmood. I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it into work today. I did finally. I know I've told this story, Jeremy. Fuck off. I did finally get to meet Mahmood. Yeah, that was funny. Jeremy said I can't tell the story again, so if you don't know what I'm talking about. Oh, speaking of that, well, I guess we'll have to get through all the comments, but since we are 13 minutes in, yesterday I said, anybody know what that is? Because I was considering making that the ever who. Now you couldn't leave you can. Hopefully not, but you could not leave your answer to that question in the answers, because all it takes is someone like anywhere to go, oh, I know what that rifle is, and then next thing you know, oh, yep, then the rest of you just have to read what someone else has already used for intelligence. I was thinking, like, get a hold of me on Messenger or the email. You know, there's ebomi.channel@gmail. There's the B&E Brew Reviews. There's got to be something listed in the description right now that you can use to get a hold of me. And like I said, if somebody knew what that rifle was, the problem is the one person that probably, because he's been around all the way back, already gave the scope camera back to me to do what I wanted with it, to find a home. I've off the top of my head, I think I don't know if there's been two, and I know Mike, and I'm already building a care package for Mike. Of course, the box that I picked is already too small, but there's a good chance that a box will be coming in. As a matter of fact, I'm really surprised. Cobra, that item I told you about, I got emailed last night saying that it was going to be put in the mail today, and then I got tracking saying that I'll have it on Wednesday. I am looking forward to getting my hands on that, mainly because the gun that I want to put it on, it pisses me off that, like J-Dog, yes, J-Dog, let me, here, giving J-Dog credit, this is what you should have got, thanks J-Dog, but I already purchased something else. If you're thinking about putting a red dot on one of your guns, and it's going to be a carry gun, get a sealed emitter, because you're just going to frustrate the hell out of yourself on a daily basis. I don't know if I'm sure it's nice ass. If it's a combination of skin and cloth breaking down and falling onto the optics. I'm not wearing a gun with optics on it right now. I actually have the 5.7 because it's so frickin' light. It has been the on-duty bedside gun. I just keep it there with an extra mag, and of course Alice is also always hanging out. Yeah, not really yeah, I mean, everything is wrong. She has tattoos, but those, yeah, her too. Why not? Sealed emitters. If you have to wait an extra month or two to save up for, like for me with the Holtzman, if I had a chance to do it all over again, as much as I like the 507 and the whatever the other one is, because I have one on the Smith & Wesson 10mm, and then the H&K VP9 Tactical is my daily carry. So like today, while I was, laying in a crawl space, using my body to wedge a piece of drywall up against a pillow, and then trying to get, it was right there with me. And as soon as you pull it off your side and look through that glass, it just looks like someone sprinkled dust on it, no matter if you've been around dust or not. And when it comes to cleaning it, it's that you have to, get in past the shroud to get to the glass, and it's possible. I have never had it happen, as full disclosure, but it's entirely possible that where are you? You are up on top. It's entirely possible. Like I said, though, it has not happened to me. This is the 407. The one that I have has the green dot, and you have control over the dots. This one, you just get a dot. But yeah, I mean, you can control how bright it is. shake awake and all that fun shit. But technically, imagine that. And there's shit on this one too. And I don't have a holster for this, so it's never even been on my side. Imagine this is a little theater, and the glass is the screen, and the projector studio is right there, and it throws the dot up on the glass. I mean, I realize you guys are smart, so that's probably nothing new for 95% of you. I mean, McLean would be fucking clueless. But, yeah, so it's like a little theater. On the sealed emitter ones, it just comes back, and you've got, kind of looks like that on both ends, so shit cannot get down inside there. It's a lot easier to clean because you can see that piece of glass is, all the way back in there. I mean, I've got this what looks like a big duster that I try to use to clean, and then every now and then I can use a dry Q-tip most of the time. And if for some reason, even though at least this side isn't susceptible to oil spray from fresh cleaning out at the range, or literally if there was an emergency and because I'm checking, but I'm pretty sure there's not a live round in this one right now, because this is a gun that hangs up in the safe, and the round takes up just enough space that it doesn't slide on the shaft all the way. But in an emergency, you can easily use the optic to rack the slide. I mean, shit, if you had to. I mean, if it came down to life or death, I mean, first of all, I'd never carry without a live round in it. That to me that's just idiotic. I mean, everybody's got to do what they got to do. I mean, everybody says, "Oh, but the time that it takes." I know this is really squirreled. I'm sorry. I'm not. I don't give a fuck. The time that it takes to do that. Well, there's several reasons that I think that's stupid. You may not even have the time to draw your gun, let alone rack it. You don't know what the scenario is. I'll tell you what, you don't know what the scenario is. So I take out as many possible things that could go wrong as possible. One less thing I have to do. Another thing I can honestly say, other than a 1911, if it has a safety on it, I prefer not to have the safety on. Now if I take the gun off my side and I lay it on the side table, and I don't know, like maybe a busload of nuns with small children come to my house, I at least want to know that if someone starts playing with the gun, that I didn't realize I have that moment. But carrying it, no. Carrying it, you can always tell how long somebody has carried too, because when I first started carrying, I literally walked. Like, when the gun goes off, I don't want it to shoot me in my leg or my foot. It's a striker fire. You obviously you do not know how that works. The spring isn't like back there going, just let me go, baby. No, that doesn't happen until you pull the trigger. So, but a 1911, that would be idiotic, I think, to carry a 1911 with the safety off. But it's right there, so in theory, you practice, and as you draw, it's off, and now you're ready to go. But yeah, I don't think unless the price is just way too good to pass up, I do not think I'll ever buy a red dot that looks like this again, just because of that. Because there is a chance. There is a chance that a wad of cloth or something, all it needs to do is land right there, and your dot will be gone. Because I'm not going to be able to show you now, but I can see the red dot, and I can put my finger right there, and the red dot is there, it's gone. It's there, it's gone. Can't do that when it's a sealed emitter. Sorry, Jesus Christ. yeah, I can honestly say if I get the opportunity and money is actually something that I will open my wallet and see again, I would like to update the HK Tactical. I mean, that I won't get rid of that Holtzman. I absolutely love it. Everything that I was told by Desert Gold, he said. He said when you start to get aging eyes and you look at a dot and it looks all haloed out. That doesn't happen. That does not happen on Holtzman products for me. Now, granted, I've never gone and see. Look at how it hovers right there. Oh yeah, baby. I just love the Holtzman. And if I took the one that's on the HK off, I would probably. I'd have to look at something that I carry the XDM that I got from Jim, that 10 millimeter. I carry that quite a bit, so it's possible that I'd take the one that's on there off if I can get an adapter to put the 507 on that. I'd want to put it on something that I either plan on carrying as an option. I mean, the HK has really screwed it for other guns, in all honesty. For me, the gun, that In Search of that perfect, where the stars all align, was honestly the HK VP9s. And the Tactical just makes it so that if I want to put a can on it, I'm all set, threaded barrel, optics ready, which it has optics on it, so it was just perfect. I mean, if I want to go a route where I don't want to carry something that has optics for whatever reason, just the regular HK VP9, I still use that quite a bit as a in-the-house gun, either just sitting on the table or holstered up on my side. So thanks to Pete, I have like 5 holsters for a VP9 with a Olight on it. Mike says 120 box 120 was a very nice box of stuff. I approve. Mike, you throw me through a loop sometimes, but we have meshed as friends for quite a while, and again, like I said about this box, it's mostly I just think it's funny. The first 3 things are to start fire, and then the next 3 things are to put out fire, and then you've got the thing to boil water and the hobo stove that come. And then of course that I love this knife. It just represents that. Okay, fine, I won't show it, Jeremy. Fuck me. Smile Money says, yes, those are a nice set. He says that V8 also had carrots, beets, watercress, celery, parsley, lettuce. So you got some healthy stuff. Cobra says, ew. Smile Money does this whole presentation of all this stuff that's good for you. First comment from Cobra. You. Smile Money. Watch this, Smile Money. You might be actually freaking amazed. Smile Money. Cheers to happiness. Oh, and he's also responsible for the ginseng. And yeah, I did think about adding alcohol to it. I mean, it's not terrible for you. I mean, like you said though, the honey just adds a weirdness to it. I mean, you can distinctly tell that it's in there, but it is healthy, very healthy. Honey, I mean, there's all sorts of recipes. I mean, I've seen things like you take a mason jar and you pack it full of peeled garlic, and then cover the whole thing in honey, and then I think Kev Dog, EMT Railfan sent me a thing, and he does something similar to that. And then you let it sit for, it's like 3 to 5 days or something, and then you eat that for medicinal purposes. I love the V8s. I prefer the spicy, but a lot of times when you stop at a convenience store, like when I was heading to Jolson's every Monday morning when I was heading out, I would pull in a Quick Trip, and I'd get a packet with some beef sticks and cheese, and then a couple of spicy V8s for the trip down. And the Smile Money, I can also tell you that about a half an hour before dinner, if I have a glass of V8, it really helps to curb my excessive plate filling. Or if I've overserved myself, missed it by 7 minutes. I end up not finishing it all because of having a glass of V8. Oh, God. She is so blistering hot. Hang on. More sub comments. Cobra said, "You." Smile Money says, "Laugh out loud. I was trying for even grosser stuff." Oh, you might have done that with the beets. Then Cobra says, "If you want to save Eric's liver, send him some of that new Michelob Ultra Zero they advertised during the Super Bowl. Looks like it can be mail ordered. Plus, it's only like 29 calories a can." Ish. Don't listen to him. Says the Cobra, "I'm trying not to be an enabler, laugh out loud. I'm sending him things even Christine may approve of this week." Smile Money. "Eric, our weapons are well advanced of our enemy for the most part." Yes, I know. I mean, Jesus Christ, some of those guns, about Bye-bye. Missile defense system. Russia's afraid of our Iron Dome. Our fighter planes are proven to be very effective. I'm just glad you're not Secretary of Defense. Yeah. Oh. Looks like her clothes are falling off. I approve. Oh, God. Where were we? Mike says, most foreign countries can buy full autos and hush cans right out the store doors. But us, we have to beg and pay a government lots of money for. I know, that I think that's bullshit. I say what you want. I absolutely... I mean, now, okay, let's just say that it goes through and all of a sudden now it is totally legal. You don't even, fuck that, you don't have to fill out any extra paperwork. You go to the store, do you want a full auto, do you want 3-round bursts, or do you want semi-auto? I'll take full auto. Okay. I would take the full out over 3-round bursts. I mean, I know it was proven in Vietnam that it was helpful to save ammo. Well, no shit. But for me, the whole purpose will be to not save ammo. I don't know if you've seen any of the fun with the Go Baby Go, which is right there in the M16 rack next to NIHAP's M16 and. I don't even know what that one even is. God, that's more white guy problems. I don't even know what that one is. But I tell you, that handguard actually looks sexy. That might be a candidate to, if the M203 is ever a thing, that one might be an option to build it up like that. From this angle, the handguard on it looks a little bit like the one that's actually on the real M203, because that's the whole shit and caboodle. That's just not attached to a weapon. An M203, that's technically that's the whole shit and caboodle of fun. Yeah, it's so awesome when you have things in the collection and you don't even realize what the fuck it even is. Huh. I mean, it's over there because it fit. Eric, our forefathers wrote more than just the Second Amendment. There's more? You should take a look at it sometime. They could have been geniuses for the Second Amendment, but idiots on everything else. Cobra says, well, the forefathers never intended for the U.S. to have standing armies either. All fighting age males are intended to be part of the militia and thus needed appropriate arms. Then Smart Money says, well, I can see how that might have impacted their writing at the time. I'm certainly glad that they have developed an excellent standing military. Or that we have. Then Cobra says, yes, it's interesting how much rope Congress has pulled from the inch given them. But then again, they didn't even do their job in declaring war. They let the president wage war throughout the globe unchecked. They sleep well at night because these wars are called military campaigns. Iraq and Afghanistan, for example. Meanwhile, we are actually still at war with North Korea. It's baffling. And Smile Money's final comment to Cobra is, this was a good discussion. It is always good to listen, read, and keep your brain in the game. Meanwhile, she's got Voodoo Ranger IPA and fucking arms and a stomach that I have never had. Smile Money. No, the U.S. Constitution does not explicitly state that citizens can have any weapons the government has. Yes. The Second Amendment protects the right to keep and bear arms, but this right is not considered absolute and is subject to reasonable regulations, meaning the government can restrict certain types of weapons on their, read more, on their, depending on the circumstances. Cheapo Gun Guy says that is an open debate. Historical content and the Federalist Papers, along with other papers written by the founders, say differently. Mama. Jesus, those would almost block out the sun. And then Smile Money says to him, yes, but they did agree that the Supreme Court was the arbitrator. Our forefathers did not agree with everything informally. The Federalist Papers were written by Hamilton, Jay, and Madison for the purpose of attempting to convince the state to ratify the Constitution. Tom, sometimes I drink Crown Royal straight out of the bottle. I'm guessing you did that during the Super Bowl last night. Sorry, Tom. I apologize. Cheapo Gun Guy says, sometimes I don't, Mega. Cobra says, sometimes I keep the important things in that nice brown bag it comes in. Tom, I say we expose the liars and thieves of the USAID and have dual process, and then off to the prison they go. Well, I will say, because I was listening to several talk shows today, there is a lot of good that the USAID, USAID, that they have done over the years for like farmers and stuff like that. It isn't 100% corrupt, but I personally believe that there's so much bad in it that it just needs to. Cheapo Gun Guy, I don't know if I'm agreeing 100% with what you said or I'm going farther than what you said, but I would say that find out what the good stuff was, what the bad stuff was, and then maybe you create something else. If there was something for the farmers in the United States, then create something that's just for that, instead of this. It was a shit show. I mean, fine. They did one good thing. What was that? So that you'd go, oh, they're doing that one good thing, but over there, they're stealing and the corruption and the amount of money and the bullshit. Tom says, Eric, the Smithsonian called and they want that red dot to display with their 70s collection. It's in Mike's box. Smart Money. Not to argue, but somebody is not right if what I found says. No. The United States versus Miller, 1939, did not establish that citizens have the right to possess any weapon that the government has. The case ruled that the Second Amendment only protects weapons that are reasonably related to the effectiveness of a well-regulated militia. Cheapo Gun Guy says, which to a lot of others see that going up to and includes tanks and artillery. United States versus Miller can and should be overturned. Then Smartmoney says, Cheapo Gun Guy, well, that is why we need to keep conservative justices. Mike says, yes, the red dot, but Anyways, you know. Cobra says, I would like to know more. It's too bad that's out of focus. At least she knows how to hold a fucking phaser the right way. Mike says, I love the spicy V8 juice and buy it all the time. Jesus. It's very seldom that there is not spicy V8 in the refrigerator for me in this house. Bad says, greetings, Captain. Greetings, Bad. Cobra says, here after the Super Bowl. I watched exactly 15 seconds. I just did a Super Bowl on the remote for the Roku. Found that it was on Tubi, which is weird, I guess. I went over there and saw that it was 0 to like 23 or 27, and I just laughed and went, oh, poor Tom. And I went back to watching NCIS. Do 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 do. Oh yeah, that's so nice. I almost feel if the tyrannical pieces of shit at the ATF who really deserve to be disbanded and adiosed completely, because evidently, it's okay for them to just make shit up as we go along. Legal, oh, illegal, legal, oh, illegal, fuck you, don't care. If that's the case, I might as well just swap it out and put the Magpul stock on it. Because Magpul stock actually has been on it quite a bit. With that system, though, it's a little bit more to swap it over because it's a 5.5-inch buffer tube and it's proprietary. It's all part of, because it's smooth. The buffer tube doesn't really do anything. Well, it does something. It lines it until it gets like that. But I think it's funny because the difference between that and the other one. This is a stock, and that is a brace. There's almost more material. Well, that and they did use. Oh, they used the same tube. See, this one is 9 inches overall. Oh, they are. Hey, fuck off. They are identical in length. The upper assembly is identical on both of them. God damn it. This one comes to a V, and that one is. Christ, that's almost the same too. It's almost like it's just that part. So this is a stock. Come here, Alice. I love you. What are Where are you hitting? Of course, the best part, the bottle opener from Stephen Bush. Jack Daniels. Do a shot right there, huh? Right from her chesticles. Whoa, Johnny. Cheapo Gun Guy, in the end, the world always wins. That's just the way of things. Mega. Cobra says all we are is just dust in the wind. Tough call. I think I might go left and then right. J-Dog said, I will have the 1066. You might have a 1066, but you're not having this 1066. If I have to, when I die, I'll shove it up my ass and take it with me. Now, that's one thing I completely disagree with. That's the Christine philosophy. I want to be buried with my Birdie or her 44 Magnum. I'll take it. No, because first of all, you want to be cremated. I have to play Amazing Grace, and she wants to be cremated because she doesn't want to be eaten by worms. But no, you're not taking. I mean, if I outlive her, which somehow I doubt, but if I outlive her, no, you are not taking the 44 Magnum with you. Dirty Harry called, and he said, I get it. No, that's the thing. It's like, oh, I want this buried with. No, I would want someone to enjoy it like I have enjoyed it. I mean, one of the most beautiful parts about that, just to piss off J-Dog, one of the most beautiful things about this is Dusty, who unfortunately took his own life, did the trigger job on it. this is, for me, this would be, J-Dog, you gotta get 2 of these and dual shoulder rigs. I don't know, I guess if it came down to, there's only one Smith and Wesson. You only get to keep one Smith and Wesson 10 millimeter because I have Eds and that's a 40. So that I have to draw the line at that. But in the 10 millimeters, this one would probably be the last Smith and Wesson 10 millimeter standing. I mean, I don't want to sound mean because one of the second one ever was the 1006 between Christine Nyhap and Samantha as a birthday present. But there's just something about the little bit shorter gun. I mean, I love the shrouded adjustable rear sight, but in the event that I could actually find these when I have that thing called money, I would put a set of these on both of them. And these were actually Trigicon. Come on, stop focusing on. There you go. They do still glow. I mean, maybe one of the brightest sets of sights that I have on anything are probably these. But these actually still do at night when your eyes have adjusted. They're still glowing. I would say that they're bright. They're more than 50% of what they would have been when they're new. But then again, I don't really know because I have Trigicon sights. It's the Trigicon vials that are in the Heine specialty sights that are on the 1911 on David's that I got from David. I put the Heine specialties on those on there, and they're not the brightest sights. I realize by now these should not be anywhere near where they were originally. I do like the Hogue grips. This is just such a special gun that I wanted to keep the original grips on it, and kind of making it its own. Nice ass. I do like the feel of the stock grips. It doesn't make the gun feel too narrow. It does feel good in the hand. I think the Hogue, because of the texture, gives you a better grip. But I cannot. Maybe J-Dog can. I cannot do the Hogue grips on a double stack Smith & Wesson because it, like I've said before, it makes it feel like I'm hanging onto a hoagie bun compared to. But these two have definitely a unique difference in feel just because of the grips. But overall, they're pretty much the same gun, except for this one has the decocker and safety, and this guy only has a decocker, and it's that style. But yeah, it would be badass if all of this generation Smith and Wesson, I actually found a whole pile of they'd have to be new or they wouldn't be glowing anymore. But yeah, having the night sights, having a set of night sights on the 1066 would put it, as far as I'm concerned, in about perfection, right up there with a 1911. Tell the elder. So, J-Dog, you're going to have to find your own. Cobra, what are your thoughts on the new Ruger Glock clone? I just recently found out about it. It's the Ruger RXM. Ruger and Magpul. RX, yeah, whoops. I used to be a Ruger fanboy before I discovered Glock perfection. So this really tickles my nuts. Smile Money says, I have room in my heart for both, yet I do have 5 Rugers and only 1 Glock. Ruger does so many different firearms. Well, I guess just to answer your question, to me, this is what the new Ruger looks like. I mean, it looks like an 80%er. I mean, I realize it's the Magpul stuff, and you can swap out your triggers. I'm not exactly sure if they offer different weights or just different looks or what, but I know it's a cartridge style, kind of like, who else is doing that right now? Sig, I think, is doing that. And then different slides, so if you want optics or whatever. But to me, if you go look at the Ruger RXM right now, it looks like this 80%er. What do I think about it, Cobra? I think that I would rather have that than a Glock. I know gods of Glocks don't strike me down, and I'm not saying this like, let's go back in time to me being a Glock hater. I don't hate Glocks. I love Glocks. Glocks are, thank you, NIHAP. Glocks are the toolbox that go to, that if you really want to have something that is gonna run through thick and thin, and okay, I'm sick of these sights. Oh boy, they're really hard to do. Oh, I'm sick of that slide. I want something that maybe has a lightning cut and front serration. Oh God, that was easy. I mean, gee. I've put 100,000 rounds through it, and the springs are getting a little. That was easy. But yeah, I don't Cobra. Here's the thing. This, if this was the RXM from Ruger, it's $499. That's Ruger's price is $499. I'd take one. I'd happily take. I'd take one over the Glock just because of that price. Now, I will say I think it's awesome that, maybe I'm a little, because a few things have changed that you can change. Your 10 millimeter G20 is a Gen 5. Mine is not quite back to the creation of time. Oh, She's a cutie. But yeah, I think that the RXM is more rounded and just to me just resembles looking at this. I mean, lighting isn't playing along. Oh yeah, take a look at this and then Google Ruger RXM and tell me if you think it looks like an 80%er. I mean, it's not. I mean, for instance, I had that I don't. Poco has something just like it. That one that I have that I can't get the piece of shit to run. It's evidently I wasn't the only one, because I do not believe you can even buy it anymore, but you can buy it as a complete gun. So if the shit is coming out warranted and it's a product of Ruger and Magpul, then gotta be an hour or more. 5 minutes over. Cobra says, is Spotify an option for Locked and Loaded podcast? Well, I don't know how it works money-wise, Cobra, but obviously the show is the full inventory is still up there. So I don't know. I'd have to talk to John about that. I mean, I know like there was a huge issue with Christine's show. They actually demonetized her, and they basically deleted her entire content because of her conversation, which just more proof that some people are just fucking stupid about woodpeckers. She, even right now, not even trying to be funny, she doesn't call a woodpecker, she calls it the pecker is back. Look at the size of that pecker. You should see the size of my neighbor's pecker. And they wiped out her entire show because of that. Because it wasn't listed as explicit. And talking about peckers, they are automatically assuming you're talking about the schlong, the penis, the big donker, the meat sausage, the man sausage, the schnitzel. It's at this point in life. That was for her. I'm guessing that was probably the steak that killed Dracula for her. A little disappointed that she refers to a bird, a woodpecker, as a pecker, and Spreaker demonetizes her, takes all of her commercials away, and then deletes, like, I think John said the whole library. Deleted the... Fuck them. EMT says before and after, hashtag mega.
Bunch of Biden! Bunch of Biden! Bunch of Biden!
Before is a miss. And now I gotta figure out what other one to get. Matt Davis says E3. Wow, I think that's the... I can't believe the game has been going for more than 5 seconds and someone hasn't called E3. E3 is a miss. McLean, Cobra's G.I. Joe repair video got me very, very happy. That's... what's that all about? McLean, I'll give you a happy mouth hug for the Suzuki blade. Maybe if you swallow. McLean, please grow up.
Bullshit level, F5. Oh, come on now. That ain't even bullshit. That's horse shit.
Listen, you fake news. You fake news.
Jolson says J7. J7 is a miss. Oh, sorry. Did I have my face in her cooter? I'd like to. Jolson says, we need cowbell. You know, Jolson, I'm not sure anybody actually needs cowbell. Maybe a cow needs cowbell, but I don't know if you do. Here we go. Metal cowbell. What? Harbor Freight Tools? I've never seen that cowbell at Harbor Freight. I have to go there. I need a roll pin so I can start a project. Just kidding. Jolson, if you make some sort of prediction that Orange Man and his entire cabinet are going to be arrested on Sunday, doesn't that mean your career is over and you should probably take a long walk, a short pier challenge? And he says those psychic abilities would be considered impacted by Trump's derangement syndrome. Now, the woman that there was I told you there was I've seen two. They were two different women. The one, now she didn't act like she hated Trump. She acted like, well, maybe she did, because all of her followers like, oh, this will be a dream come true. I hope this is what really happens. And of course, nothing happened. I mean, they are now, Schumer or whatever has put out a thing that they are going to arrest him if he tries to, was it the money? Make people decide? I don't know. They're always against him. Can you imagine if the Republicans and the Democrats and Trump work together to make our country truly great again? But if you're a fucking Democrat and you can't see what's going on right now, I mean, everything doesn't matter. Trump would say, we need to stop. I don't know. We need to stop because too many children get killed in that intersection and we need to make things right. That fucking Trump, we're going to stop him. We're going to get him impeached. It doesn't matter what he does. No matter how good it is or if it's a bad idea. If it's Trump's idea, it's the fucking Trump derangement syndrome. And the only way this is going to get better is to not have any fucking stupid ass cunt liberals. It's like our country could be so great. I mean, we're finding out that all their Elon is opening up all of the fucking secrets. I mean, Wizard of Oz, here we come. Watch out for the man behind the curtain. And that you're still going against it. You are finding out about all of your money being fucking completely wasted and you're still against it. Hey, double down on stupid, fucker. I'll take some tea on those teas. Mr. 27 says 57th. Isn't that lovely? Yes, they are. Wade says, cool knife. I don't own any Suzuki knives yet. Is operator licky action something you learned from McLean, or did you learn it on your own? Wade, not to change the subject, but I really wish I had a code for you to go somewhere and get a Suzuki. They're available on Amazon. I don't know where the best price is. You know what? Hang on. Wow, she's still poking nipple through leather. Love that chick. This This is probably faster. Sizivi Cloud Peak. Wow, I got Susie. $119. Can I find it cheaper? Ooh, it is on Amazon. It is on Amazon. Excuse me. $119. This one's got black G10, that color G10. What are they calling that? It looks like fucking actually wood. Nitro V-Blade wood handle Cloud Peak. I wouldn't trade mine for it, Wade, but that's kind of badass. Kind of. So you got 3 choices. Oh, that one's more. That one's $123. Green or yes, yes, all night long, all night long. The wood one is $123, so $4 more for that one. Yeah, $119. I mean, technically, I could put an Amazon code in the. You're not going to save any money, but I would get paid if you used it. Don't even care anymore. If I can save people money, I'd rather do that. Is anybody real proficient with printers? My printer has something wrong with it. I was hoping that it was something to do with the ink cartridge itself and the roller that's in there, but when you go press print, it goes ka-clunk, 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 and every time it gives you a clunk, it's not printing on that spot. So, starting a business, I don't know where the money's going to come from. I don't want to take out a business loan because then I got more fucking payments each month, and I don't want that. But for some reason, I just think that what I loved it. I know this was my plan. Went to Office Depot to get my business cards, which also kind of suck. I can't believe how different the actual printing process was as opposed to what we were looking at on screen. But I guess when you're looking at something like this versus this, it all changes. But it was $26. So even if I get to the point where I get pissed off and have to throw them all in the garbage, at least I'm only out $26. You know, that's like 4 Drecker beers. But no. I don't understand why. They had one that looked identical to mine at Office Depot, and except for it's all black. Mine has the black ring around the top, and it's gray on the bottom. The one at Office Depot was $159. And product-wise, it says everything that mine says. Yet, if you do a search on Amazon, you can still buy mine, and it's $320. I still think the best money is I just need to order another one just like mine, even though it's $300 and something, because I have one that I could put in the box. Speaking of boxes, I'd put it in that box. Okay. Sharky, cheers all. Intro, babe, and song approved. Oh, another box. Here we go. Yes, another box. Here we go. Sharky, that's a nice blade. Yes, I do like it. Sharky, the box does look really good this time around. Then Sharky says Foxtrot 8. F8 is a miss. Daddy likey. Sharky with the last comment. SH Chris and the Chiappa Rhino. Nice. She really liked that gun. Really liked that gun. She's kind of like me though. I mean, maybe something's changed. Maybe, and someone could surprise me. But why has Chiappa not made a .44 Magnum? I mean, when you shoot that gun, it's very it is a good shooting gun with that very low bore access. Okay, so I gotta discuss the beer. We go to the club. Oh yeah, like a 11.5 or a 12 on the 10 scale. Where do I put Intergalactic Warrior from Toppling Goliath? Kind of looks like her. It's good. It's very drinkable. What can did they put this over? I didn't even realize this was even a peel off. Hang on. Right now, I'd probably give this an 8. I think the other one I gave it a 7.5, I think. Come on. Wow, these labels are not as forgiving as some of the other ones. Wow. Well, that's... Oop, maybe? Nope, going two parts, come on. Fuck. Shit. There we go. Back to one piece. Save. I like this. I'm putting it right here. Wasn't perfect, but I think I can lick her and stick her. Oh yeah. Perfect. When you're bitching about a company that they have to print a label instead of actually printing the can, well, they printed the can and then they stuck something else in the can, and so what happened? They decided to They shortened up their run of Dragon Fandango. Beer with mango passion fruit and orange. I mean, this was really good too, by the way. Oh. Yes. Weapons everywhere, for God's sakes. Okay. Oh yeah, sorry, Sharky. I put the Ed finger grooves on it, but smile and say cheese. Oh. Okay. In the club, Jolson, we need cowbell. Well, that was on, no, sorry, there's no cowbell on that one. Yes, she's hot. Jolson, we need Two-Hearted Sunny Slopes need some cowbell. Rich says, cheers, clubbers. Cheers, Rich. And Jolson, I'll give you this. Smart Money says, cheers, clubbers worldwide. Jolson says, just ate a peanut butter and hot honey sandwich. Jolson says, now that the long, drawn-out, boring weekend is over, we need cowbell to concentrate the amazing beginning of the work week. Then he says, let's celebrate with cowbell. Then Bad says, howdy, clubbers.
One night in Bangkok.
Checking the club. If the light's green, the trap's clean. Oh, Din sneaked up with a caught up for the club. Take a sip. Have Christine have some whiskey.
There's not enough whiskey.
What are you doing in my domain?
Not your domain. It's my domain. These are a vase.
A vase?
A vase.
A vase.
A vase.
I thought I had some on this over here. I don't know. Maybe not. Okay.
Do you have some over there?
I don't know. I'll go look. Okay, guys. Cheers. Stay safe. Remember, if you're a liberal, take the rooftop challenge.